Well, a farmstead in the foothills has been home to 3 families longer than any other house in state history, and that's saying something considering it was built in the 1860s. In this edition of My Idaho, our Don Nelson went to Dry Creek to learn more about its history.
The history of this house is intimately tied to the very founding of Boise. All right, so this is the parlor.
The Schick Oostelasse farmstead has been listed in the National Register of Historic Places since 2006, and for good reason. But like the sagebrush of the Old West, it was ready to blow away and be forgotten forever.
We have to do something to save it, so they formed the Dry Creek Historical Society, and at the last minute, with a bulldozer on the property getting ready to push this house over, they arranged a deal whereby Ada County would buy back the 2 acres inside the split rail fence, and then they lease it to us, the society, for $1 a year.
This story may have never been told, but a man by the name of Philip Schick, who came out west to sell goods to miners, ran into a slight problem.
One night, one of the oxen wandered off, and Schick had the job to chase it down, so he tracked it over the hills and into this valley, and in so doing, he became the first white man to see the Dry Creek Valley.
Schick became the first to officially file for a homestead claim in the valley and started farming and later ranching. Schick decided he needed to build a barn, but just not any barn.
This is not an Idaho-style or Western-style barn. This
that?
is a New England-style barn because that's what Schick knew how to build.
Okay.
So when Schick came out here, he started to build his barn based on the pattern that he knew, so this is way over-engineered for Idaho winters. This barn was built to withstand heavy, wet New England snows, and that's probably one reason why it's still standing.
Building that barn came with challenges. He tried and tried to raise a massive beam with just a horse and a pulley. Then, as luck would have it, a group of strangers were passing through. A ruthless gang of bandits led by the notorious Bigfoot, a large man whose resume included robbing stagecoaches between Boise and Silver City.
The story has it that he and his band were passing through Dry Creek at the time when Schick was raising the barn, and Bigfoot, who was supposed to be like 8 feet tall and just this huge guy, came over and helped Schick raise that beam into place, and that's how they got the barn finished.
The Schick family owned the farm until 1920, when it was sold to a Boise banker, who then leased it to a Basque family, and then in 1927, the Oostelasse family moved in. Generations passed, but the Oostelasse family stayed in that house until 2005. The farmstead has become a popular site for weddings and graduation pictures, and hopefully soon open for school field trips again. Don Nelson, Idaho News 6.